Alright, Jason, as you can see, this is my orchard behind the house. You can see that there's a lot of green. I left most of the stuff in between and around the trees to grow. Mostly just to have more deer activity in here. With all the new growth, I didn't want to kill everything, so it's just kind of what I went with. If you can see, I sprayed around like the actual tree. Tried to make everything at least dead within 2 feet anyway. So, so this is a native nursery. Hybrid crabapple, which is a cross between a Dalgo and a Whitney, and I think a Centennial crab or Centurion, something like that. Yeah, so we got ferns, so obviously you know this is a well-established sandy place, but with pears and crabapple, that's like a godsend as far as soil goes, so it works out pretty well. This is another spot where, of course, I already watered all the trees. Well, you can't tell, you see a little water spot, but mostly I just dump water down the actual PVC pipe, which actually brings it right down to the roots. So that's another native nursery there. You can see they're climbing. They're getting taller. It's not crazy so far, but I think by the end of September, most of these trees will actually be out of the tubes. This is another one. And this is also a native nursery. You can see right down the tube. Oh, there's the tree. So, we're making progress. And you can see underneath the ferns, what do we have here? Oh, Jason's friend. So this is actually a white oak. I thought maybe it was red with it, with the leaves the way they are, but looks like it's just young leaves. So this will be one that will be coming north to East Jordan in a couple weeks. And this is, I think this one is a LeConte pear. It was a really tiny seedling that they sent. That's from Oikos. That one just, I got 3 or 4 of them, but that one just was really particularly small, so that one's kind of behind everything else. But go through here, you can see more green foliage. I'll find stuff where it's been heavily browsed, and I'll show you that, because they've definitely been in here. You can see kind of the tree carnage that's left. I got to come back here. Probably pretty soon. The next couple Saturdays are booked with planting food plots and things like that, so it won't be real soon, but probably in September. First couple weeks I'll come back here and clean the rest of this up and give myself some more firewood. So you can see here, this is all really heavily browsed here. I'm not really sure what that is, but there's quite a bit of it back here actually that's all browsed. And you can see underneath the fern this is another oak, white oak. Not really sure. That one's got a different kind of leaf. I don't really know the characteristics, but is a bur oak a white oak? Might be. I hear people say swamp white oak, assuming they're all just different versions of white oak with different leaves. So there's that. You see the whole bunch of different. There's another really good one that's browsed. That particular kind with a really red stem, I'm not sure what that is. There's a good shot of the leaf. I don't know, but they eat it like crazy in here. Every time one pops up. So here is my tallest tree so far. See, everything's dead around it again. This is a Oikos Ecos hybrid crabapple. This one is, of course, 5-foot tube, and it was probably 18 inches when I planted it, and it is the first one to emerge out of the tube. So, some success there. Oh, let's see what else we got. And there's another one of those. Again, the same kind of, I don't know if it's, I suppose it is supposed to be a shrub the way it's grown. So I don't think that's just from browsing, because this, again, would just be new growth in this year. But it's heavily browsed. I'm not really sure what that is. And this is another type of oak. See, kind of the leaves aren't all the same around here, the oaks that I'm showing you, so I'm not. It's kind of, I might be bringing you all different kinds of white oaks, because it's, they don't seem to be necessarily all that consistent. Here's another good one of an oak tree that I'll be sending your way. There's just so many. There's oaks everywhere in here. And this is the other Ecos hybrid crab. This is the freebie, actually, the root sucker that I cut off the other one that just happened to be in there. And this one is actually the next closest tree being emerging from the tube. It's probably 6 inches down. So pretty soon that one will be out. And some more, and there's some browse pressure there on top of that. I think that's something different than them other red stem deals I was showing you. I'm not really sure what all this stuff is, but this is another, I believe that is a sweet crab. And then down the line there, so I got, I think it was 15 trees in the end. We'll go over and, oh, see an oak that was browse. I don't know if you're going to want that one. But I'll go down the line here and I'll show you the rest of what I got.